Okay, so here we are. As you guys can see, this is my setup for my basic facial. So the setup, as you guys can see on the table here, let's start with the first things that I normally go over with my client. I normally always go over a video consent release form, meaning that it's a paper that says, hey, we are about to do a video about your face, and I'm going to keep it for legal purposes, so I can show that I didn't make any mistakes, that your face was fine and no problems happened, you weren't allergic to any products that I was using, and so therefore everything should work out with the video release form. And that's this form underneath. So above that is your client intake form, or your confidential client health form. It goes over your name, date of birth, all the good stuff, emergency contact, have you had a facial before. It even goes in depth to where there's a backside to where if you have any type of diseases, problems, but we're going to go over that in just a minute. Definitely have 2 pens. 1 pen might not work, so you always have a second as a backup. After that, and I know I'm going over things kind of quickly, but no worries, you can always rewind and look at this video again, over and over again. Always have nail clippers. The stainless steel ones are great, but this one has the rubber grips, so even if your hands are wet or you just have slippery hands for some reason, or you're sweating, you're anxious, then this nail clipper is great because it has grips right on the sides, so you can't drop it. But I prefer both of them, they're great. Have a hair tie. These hair ties or rubber bands are for your clients. Your clients need to put their hair up. If they have short hair, then it's no problem. So speaking of hair up, you can also protect their hair with a wrap. This wrap goes around their forehead, and then you push the hair back, and then all you have is the face and right here to work on, and the hair wrap holds the hair back so you don't damage it and mess up those baby hairs. I tell you, it's crazy. Or a keratin treatment and whatnot. We're going to go into that in just a moment. After that, I normally always have band-aids, because you never know when somebody makes a mistake or they fall at the table. It's just something weird, or I have no idea. Say they didn't even cover up their bandage from them getting out of the car too fast and they're bleeding on their hands, and I want to do a hand massage. I'm going to cover that with some band-aids. Always have a band-aid. Then right here, your makeup remover. Makeup remover, oh, is a must. I use micellar water. Micellar water is a makeup remover that, you know, it's like no other. It really gets down and dirty down in there and really gets rid of any type of makeup. I haven't had any problems whatsoever. Now I use gauze pads to whiff in conjunction with the makeup remover, because you only need a little bit. You only need a little bit, and you put it on your gauze, and then you wipe the face down. And I'm going to show you in the video. So gauze pads, just a little 4x4 squares. This is pretty much your sponges. The sponges come compact. They're small, but they're still squishy, but they're nice and compact. They come in a pack of 12. 6 on the front side, or actually, yeah, 6 on the front, 6 on the back, so 12 all together. So I'm going to show you how this works. Let's just say we have some hot water. Let's go to our bowl. And not so much hot water. You can have any type of water. It could be not cold, but at least warm a little bit so it can dissolve the sponge. Alright. So now we put our sponge in, and voila. See, your sponges. So let's put that up here because it's hot. So you got your sponges. After you cleanse the face and take off all the makeup, you're going to cleanse with a soap. This soap is a Castile soap. Castile soap, oh, it's like the best soap for your face. And it also has properties in there that actually handle toning as well as getting rid of acne, active ingredients. So we'll go over that once we do the face. So you also have your hand sanitizer. Your hand sanitizer you always use before you cleanse somebody's face or begin any type of procedure. Just make sure you cleanse your hands. Good stuff. Gloves are optional. You can wear gloves during the facial or you don't have to. It is up to you. So while you have your gloves on or don't, you're going to prep them with the steamer. This steamer is perfect for me because I like this because you can use it in a chair or on the table. The client will just flip on over, put their face in it, but you're going to watch in the video so I can show you guys. It comes apart. And there's the reservoir for the water. And you put the lid back on. And then you put your face in here and it steams the face. Easy. This is a basic steamer. You don't need anything fancy. Remember, this is a basic facial. All the fancy stuff comes in later videos. So these are my 3 or actually 4 brushes that you can use. You can use a handheld little spinning brush, cleanses the face. You can use handheld or you're mechanical, you're using it on your own. Softer bristles, and if you really need really soft bristles, silicone. Right? So then you have your mini, but this is bamboo bristle charcoal, very soft, very soft. Delicate skin, I would use this one. These bristles are a little bit harder. So then after that, you can have like your clear sonics or your bigger brushes, the more expensive brushes. Turn it on. Oh, that's right. I don't have my cord in. Okay, so you leave it alone. We're gonna go on to our keep your breath fresh. So I would have any type of gum, mint, something. Go brush your teeth, gargle, do all that good stuff. You don't want funky breath. And give them a piece of gum. That's why I put 2. Give them a piece. You take a piece. We're all happy. Have a bottle of water ready on standby just in case they get dehydrated because of the steam or they get too hot. Whatever it is, have some sort of water. Always have water. Always. I don't care what you do. Then you're going to have your mister. This steam right here, it comes out for if you get some sort of soap or irritant in somebody's eye. You can just go ahead and press this little button right here and water comes out. Perfect. So you can blot their eye, get the soap out their eye if you make a mistake. It's okay as long as you're prepared. From here you're going to do your facial scrub. And actually, so sorry, before you go to the facial scrub, my bowls always have at least 3 bowls. This bowl I just wanted to demonstrate the the sponge and how it got hot and how it opened up. But I normally use this one for like a cleansing. Like if I need to use something to cleanse somebody's eye and they want to do it themselves, I'll pour a little bit of water into the bowl and that can flush out their eye. So this bowl I normally use for my own hands to wash or to get rid of contaminated water. And then the big bowl is for anything else that I may need a lot of water for, because some rooms aren't going to have a sink. So if you don't have a sink, you need a big bowl with a lot of water. Then you have your dirty bowl, which is the dirty water. You can put your utensils or whatever you need in here to clean them. And then you have your clean water bowl. Or you could just use one bowl. It doesn't matter. This is just how I do my basic facial. So then you have your scrubs. I make a basic scrub. So watch. In the scrub I'm using, it's just a sugar honey scrub. Sugar honey scrub for me is great because I love something that's humectant, who loves water, water loving, something that is saturating, you know what I mean, that just keeps your face dewy and glowing. The honey will glow, the sugar will hydrate, and then you use regular water. It's phenomenal. Now you can use salt. Salt is more for people who have very oily skin, and these products that I'm using right now is for more of a dry and oily. You can't go wrong with either one. Honey and sugar honey scrub. Let's watch. just like that, you have your scrub. You only need a little bit of honey. A little bit. Very, very little. That's all you need. Because you only want to use a little bit. So let me show you. And then when you wash this off, when you wash off the scrub, your hand is like glowing. As you can see right now, it's glowing. But even when you wash it off, it's like that honey goes down into the skin. It makes your skin glow. It's great for the face. So I'm going to show you guys in the video. I love this scrub. It's basic. You don't need anything crazy and fancy. Just move on. So after that, I cleanse the face, wash it off. And then I use my mask, my calming balm or calming gel mask. All you need, use these two brushes right here. So these brushes, these fan brushes right here, they're nylon. They're good for chemical peel and applying a nice gel type of mask. Nothing thick. You don't want like a clay mask. A clay mask, you don't want to use these two brushes. You would use something a little thicker. But I rarely ever use a clay mask because once I use my soap, I use high grade chemicals. I really don't need the clay mask to saturate and soak up oil skin cells and stuff like that, or oily pus filled cells. I'm good to go without it. So from there, you're putting the mask on, you're going to give somebody a nice warm massage. So that's why we have our warming candle and we have our 2 torches. So the torches that we use, they're nice and easy. Take the cap off and just like, see that? See how the oil immediately just saturates? So let's watch. So see how I warmed it up? Ta-da! A little bit goes a long effing way. See how gorgeous my skin looks now? It's like all glowing and dewy. Like, yay! So we use this to do our neck and shoulder and arm massage. I love it. You're gonna mess somebody's world all up with that in the best way possible. So after you give them a nice massage, I kind of end the session with moisturizer. Your moisturizer is something that everybody needs. I don't care what your skin is going through, who you are, whatever it is. Moisturizer is your best friend. I use a fan sometimes because sometimes doing a scrub or certain chemicals to the face, the Castile soap, anything else like that, can irritate even the most sensitive skin. Even these are basic sensitive skin type of products, people still break out for any little reason. So I use the fan to calm their face down if need be, but you shouldn't have to worry about that. And the other torch, this is just a bigger version of the torch, so it's just a bigger flame, that's all. You know, so like say you want to light the wick and just let your flame burn like that, then that's fine. Use the bigger one. So there's too much oil, so that'll probably burn itself out, so that's fine. But you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. You always need your phone just in case an emergency happens, and you're good to go. Just press it, make sure it's on, make sure it's charged. Oh shit, look at my battery. Damn, I need to charge my damn phone. See? I got to be prepared. Then you always will need sheets. Sheets. Okay, so your sheets, make sure they're nice and clean sheets. I prefer darker sheets. I'm only using this for demonstration purposes, but, and this is just a headrest, or I'm sorry, your pillowcase. You always need a flat sheet, which is going to be the top sheet that the person gets underneath, and then the bottom sheet underneath that top sheet is the fitted sheet. So make sure they're clean, but I would choose something even darker than this, a dark blue, black, gray, darker than this, because any type of oil or stains can happen on here, and somebody will think that your sheets are dirty, but they're not. Getting oil stains out are kind of impossible, especially if they're silk like this. This is very nice material. It's going to stay in there, so be careful. Get darker sheets. These towels right here, these are just your wiping towels. I'm going to have one at the front of the table, and the other two are my cleansing, like my hot towels basically. So you need 3 of each. My preference is to use darker towels, because like I said, if you use any type of chemicals that can stain white, then it's going to leave a mark or stains, and they're like, oh, you got dirty towels. No, your towels are clean. It's just how easy is it's like saying, how do I get a wine stain out of a white carpet or anything white? Very impossible to do. Like, it's just impossible. That's why you use dark colored towels, because they won't show the oil stains or the chemical peel or the cleanser that you used, and scrub that you're using, because even a scrub can stain sheets and clothing. Be careful. I use darker towels. I'm just showing you what you can use. Next, you want to have a nice warm blanket for your client. This is my CP or C3PO fleece blanket that my godson bought me, and I use it for every client because it's nice and warm. It's from Star Wars, but you know, and so nice and soft to keep them warm, because I have a table warmer. This is a table warmer, meaning that, see how it has a power cord. This thing gets warm, it gets hot. So, and also have a trash can. Always have a trash can with you. But this table gets warm, but just in case this doesn't get warm somehow, I've had some table warmers where they're crappy and they didn't get warm and they were just terrible. You still need a nice blanket. Keep your client comfortable. Client comfort is the way to go. Now these items up here, the Milady's book, speaker, tissues, aromatherapy diffuser. You need hot water sometimes. You have your own hot water heater, or you may just need a hot tea. Somebody loves tea instead of coffee and all that good stuff. Have a nice little kettle pot that can warm up some water whip it up real quick. So I have these items here. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. You guys can see my basic setup here, my basic facial setup. This is all you need. This is all I need to do a facial. And to be honest with you, I can actually do a facial with probably half the table, or half on this side, half, whatever way you split it, I can still do the facial. So I'm just giving you everything that I do use if I have time. Time meaning I have at least 30 minutes or more. Now 25, you're pushing it, because say somebody wants you to, or they have a lot of bumps on their face, and you have to be careful to work around the bumps and acne. We haven't even done an acne video just yet. That will be coming later on in the next coming videos, and that will show you how to use an extractor tool, how to pop acne with your fingers if you don't have an extractor tool, how to actually wrap your hands in gauze pad and really flush out that acne. So that will be another video. But this right here, this is just basic cleansing of the face, basic taking care of small things like for dry skin, irritated skin, dull skin. My skin looks old and just decrepit, and craziness is going on. Anyways, all you need to do is use an actual scrub to get rid of that dull, flaky, boring face that we have, because those dead skin cells, they grab and hold and cling onto your face, sort of how like a ship. If you ever looked at a ship, if you go on YouTube and look up cleaning a ship, the ship stays in the water right underneath, the boat is still in the water. If you take the boat out of the water, there's all types of barnacles and sea urchins and sea crap on the boat, and the boat is nothing but steel. Same thing for your face. There's things that cling on to our face, and they have to actually water blast those things off, and that water jet blast actually cuts through steel. That's how powerful it is. Even the workers have to wear steel boots so they don't cut their feet off. It's that powerful. So these agents, like a scrub, they're basically scrubbing the ship, you're scrubbing the face, basically. Same principles. All of this stuff is a basic facial. If you can take care of your basic needs, wow, your face will shine. It's almost like taking care of yourself medically. Like, instead of going to the doctor and you got like stage 3, whatever it is, how'd you even get to stage 3? How'd you even get past stage 1 and 2? you weren't doing your maintenance. You were not doing the basic things you need to do to take care of yourself. Were you eating right? Were you drinking water? Were you exercising? Were you being stress-free or away from stress as much as possible? Did you get rid of that dickhead boyfriend or girlfriend? Yo, maintenance, basics. If you take care of your basics first, you have nothing to worry about. You don't. It's just like taking care of your car for maintenance. Your oil changes. Oil changes are maintenance, preventative maintenance. Now, if you have a catastrophic engine failure or transmission goes out, oh God, that's beyond what your basic things can take care of. But you shouldn't have that until 10, 15 years, 20 years down the road. There are cars still to this day who still run, and they were made in like 1970s, 80s, and 90s. And they're still running on the road because somebody has taken care of that car. Your body is your car. Your ignition, everything is inside. If something else goes wrong that's really, really bad, then we will go on to the next steps, which would be laser, chemical peels, microdermabrasion, dermaplaning, so on and so forth. High frequency, galvanic. Those are later videos, but for this video, it's just basically showing you guys how I do my facial, how you can provide this service for your clients. Doesn't matter who you are, which profession you're in, this stuff, man, you can actually take care of your kids, your wife, start your own business, so on and so forth. The list goes on. You do not have to have a license in aesthetics to do preventative maintenance for your face. So remember that chart earlier today, the health client intake form. Inside is 3 pages. I really get down and deep and dirty into your life. I want to know everything. I do. I want to know if you had hypertension, herpes, diabetes, AIDS, syphilis, common cold, crazy kids. I want to know what I want to know, because I need to know what's stressing your face out. I need to know why your face is so hot. Why is it so dull? Why is it dry? Why is it flaky? There's reasons behind that. Like, why is your hair falling out? Oh man, you might need to see an actual dermatologist because they might say you have alopecia, and that could be just from stress or foods you eat or some dumb shit that you're going through. I need to know. I need to know, because I can now tailor a plan of attack around your face. I'm like, oh, okay, this is just what she needs. And I go into how long have you been in the sun? What foods are you eating? Are you sensitive to the sun? Do you have breakouts? Everything is in here, and I need it because it maps out everything that I need to do to take care of you. This is what I need. After that, like I said, all the other products right here on the table, anybody can do. Don't worry about it. Practice, practice, practice. You can even practice on yourself. This right here, you can do on your own. And remember, you don't have to go out and buy everything. I'm going to have a link in the description below, so where you can purchase anything that I use in the video. You can click on it. You can go to the Amazon site, wherever. I find my stuff at local vendors and Amazon, because I know it's tried and true. I don't put my faith into AliExpress and all those other fly-by-night. Yes, it's dirt cheap, but you might not get your products until 45 to maybe 30 days later. That's a long time to just be waiting on a brush. It's a long time to be waiting on some hand sanitizer that you got for 50 cents. Even though in the stores this costs about almost $3. But overseas you can buy a whole bottle of it for like 50 or 60 cents, like a gallon. Ridiculously cheap, but you're waiting for your products. That's crazy. This stuff ships to you within 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 at the latest. That's fast. Come on. So facial steamers, they're great, but another trick you can use is just hot water. Like I demonstrated earlier today with the teapot. The teapot, I warm the water, put your towel in the water, pour your water, that should be about it. Really? Damn. Alright, so now you have your hot water. Don't make Make sure it's not this hot, you know. Please don't make it that hot. You don't have to, just enough to open up your pores. So you take your water or your towel, to see how hot this is. You can barely wring this out. So make sure your water isn't this hot. Let it strain out. If your water is this hot, take another towel, put it around it, then squeeze it out. It's not all going to squeeze out in the bowls because it's going to squeeze out in the extra towel you just put around it. But that's fine. Open it up. So now you got a hot towel. This is still wet too, so just be careful. But it's still hot as crap. But that's the way you wring it out. So now it's not dripping anymore. And now, still hot though. You can put this on the client's face, but I would fan it out even more. Because it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Test it on your wrist. Make sure it's not too hot. Make sure you fold in the middle. And I'm going to show you guys with my client laying on the table how we fold over the face. And all that good stuff. You know, 1, 2, all that good stuff. In just a minute. So that's just another way, if you don't have a steamer, you can pour hot water. Or your faucet, just pour it, let it run for a while, hot water. Put your towel under the hot water, wring it out. You can put it on the client's face. That will open up the pores. That's all you need. Any other tricks that I normally do without, if I don't have a steamer, or hair ties. If you need to tie somebody's hair back, you can always just use any rubber band. Rubber bands are like my best friend. That's it. That's all I pretty much use. And you can buy a pack of 1,000,000 of them for like $2. And that's all you need. For cleansers, you don't need all these brushes. You can just put the cleanser in your hand, work up a nice lather, apply it to the face. That's all you need. You don't always need a facial brush to scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Or the bigger brushes. This is like $100 type of brush. And I barely use it. I rarely use it. And it doesn't even spin. This brush, it just vibrates very, very fast. You have to do the circling. You have to do the rotations. All that good stuff. So buying expensive isn't always the way to go. Actually, this right here was $10. And it actually spins. $10. This again is $100 or 98 something, 90 whatever, tax 100. You take the head off, it doesn't spin. It has no rotor. This doesn't spin at all. This is fixed. Because remember, it snaps in. That's it. You just spent $100 just to have an LCD screen, to have a little picture that shows you where you need. Bunch of bullshit. The smaller brushes, they're easy. They come with silicone. Softer for your skin. These brushes are hard. This could fuck your face up. Seriously. So, that's just a tip. Using basic things to do these facials, that's all you need. You need your hands more than anything. So if I lather up my face and just put the soap on, I'm fine. That's all you really truly need. But I will have the links for all this stuff if you want to, because some people are going to want the brushes. They're not going to want your hands. They don't care about your hands. They want to, ooh, I felt the brush and it felt so good and I love the steam. And then, so buy this just for those clients if you want to. This right here was $60. Easy, cheap. That's all I need. I don't need to buy another one. And actually, I think it's $50 now. I think about it because I think I bought it on sale, and the regular price is like $62, but I think I got it for $50. Easy. And I've had this for years now, at least 6. Right after school, well, not right after school, but a couple years after school, I bought it. At least 6, 7 years, and I've never had a problem. I've dropped it several times and it hasn't broke. No, I've dropped this thing several times. Sturdy. But if you drop one of the better steamers, and the real fancy ones, the steam coming all out, I've broken a lot of steamers. In my first video that you've seen with chemical peels and that portable steamer that I have holding, I dropped that thing. That thing is glad it will break. There's no replacement parts. You have to buy a new steamer. This thing, no problems. If you don't have a scrub, no worries. The Castile soap is already a chemical scrub. It'll still chemically exfoliate your face. You don't always have to do a facial scrub. This is a lot of work. This is spillage. If this spills in your bag or spills in your client's floor, how are you going to clean it up? If this spills and you put the honey with it and gets everywhere, it's a problem. So I only use it in my office. I don't travel with a scrub. I don't need the mess. I don't need it spilling in somebody's area to where their kids get a hold of it, or I'm negligent and I spill it, gets all in their fabric or their carpet. No, I don't want to pay for people's shit. So you don't need this if you don't have to have it. But this is just stuff that in my own office, yes, I use it. So I'm glad that you guys have watched this video. And also, the materials that I'm using that I learned in school is this young lady right here. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. Gorgeous African American female. Just throwing it out there because y'all, there are some schools who don't even like this book just because of the cover. Not the color, well that too, but who's on the cover? Exactly. But she's gorgeous. She's flawless. That's why they picked her. Now, the advanced aesthetic book, yes, it's a Hispanic female. She's Puerto Rican. Most people don't know that. They think she's white. I will show you that in another video. It has her name. Her name isn't even in this book. Because remember, to use their face, you gotta put their name in it. And so people don't know that. But there's schools who do know that, and they refuse to use the Milady's book. They'll use some other weird aesthetic book because it has a Caucasian female on there. They rarely use Asian, they rarely use a black person, they rarely use a Hispanic person, they rarely use anybody of color, but Caucasian. So, if you are in a type of school where you learn from a different book, I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry that happened. That's a bunch of bullshit. Milady's is literally the leading standard for any type of aesthetic learning. It just is. There's no, and I've seen about 5 or 6 other different books. Some of them are good, but they don't go into detail. This is a thick ass book. It's like a phone book. It's a lot of pages. It's a lot of work. Aesthetic school is about 5 to 6 months. It's half a year for this for one book. One book. Because yes, you are learning a lot basically. And this is the basics course. So in my course, I'm just teaching you the hands-on. If you want to learn further the histology of the skin, why does it grow? What happens to it? Why is my skin this way? Then you need the book. So, if you don't want to take my word for it, at least get the Milady's book. I'm just showing you I've learned the book. I actually test people for the book. Let's go. Hello? Why do people keep calling for this guy? You guys have the wrong number. Can you take my number off this? So pick this book up if you want to learn more. Or you can go to an aesthetic school. I'm not here to stop anybody from going to an aesthetic school. I'm not. But for those who are barbers, cosmetologists, yoga instructors, teachers, astrophysicists, whatever, I don't care what the profession is. If you want to learn how to do a basic facial, this is the course. This is what you're here for. Now behind me, for other purposes, I also have some tissues. You need that for clients. Clients are going to come in sick, bloody noses, just because the air is too dry in the summertime. Yes, they will bleed on your table, fuck your sheets all up, everything. People are nasty. They will sneeze in their damn hand or sneeze in the air like I can't get infected or some shit. Like, people are dirty. People are fucked up. Seriously. Hand them some tissue. Like, here you go, here's some tissue. Even though they don't ask for it, give it to them. I'm not trying to catch your infection. I'm not trying to catch outbreak. No. Speaker. Portable speaker. You need a Bluetooth speaker. This, I turn it on. I link it with my phone. Oh shit. I link it with my phone. It plays music. It's wonderful. It's a must-have. Don't be in a client treatment room and it's quiet. Unless your conversation game is just that tight. Like, for real, it's a real nice. You nice with it, then go ahead. You got the gift of gab, you know. But if you're talking that gibberish and you trying to fool the person with the okie doke, that's some bull. That's not gonna work. My lady's book. That's pretty much just. Hello? Yes, you guys just called me. How can I help you? You have the wrong number. No, do you? Remove the fucking number. That's what you need to do, motherfucker. Remove my fucking number. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, really, motherfucker. Remove my fucking number.